Hey, prayer warriors. What would it look like to live a no hassle prayer life? Well, stay tuned and we will answer that question. Hi, and welcome to another episode of A Date with the King. What does it look like to live a no hassle prayer life? Living from a place of wonder and anticipation is where we were meant to live in God. At some point in our Christian experience, we learn to live in a visitational experience instead of a relational or habitational experience with God. We learn verses, we commit them to memory, and when we face an opportunity to practice them, sometimes we see limited results, and at other times we think it doesn't work. And then the temptation to believe it is not going to happen. Sometimes we fall into those kinds of patterns. This is not the way the kingdom works, beloved. We were meant to live in a heart relationship with the three, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So when an opportunity to practice relating to the Godhead occurs, we need to remain faithful in practicing the truths that we are learning and staying with that truth until it's in our hearts. Holy Spirit does his part, which is he establishes what I call a mindset with the truth that we're practicing so that when we need it to implement that truth, he reminds us of it. For an example, I've noticed in my own experience when I'm in the process of developing a new truth, I have to practice it for at least a good year to see any consistent responses to the new pattern of thinking in order to respond differently. And I've noticed even after that year, I've noticed that the same opportunities may come again in order for me to practice this truth. And most times I'm not where I would like to be. However, though, I do realize it is by God's grace that gives me the confidence to know that I am who I am today, and that it is by his grace that I will become an image bearer for him by his grace. And that, beloved, is the beauty of his truth as we practice it. Our challenge is to check in with ourselves to see if we are experiencing the Godhead from a space of visitation or relational. And as always, the King is waiting to have a date with you.